Hello Virgo, and welcome to your March reading. So, I pre-laid the cards, and this is what I have in the past. You have the Sun that came with the Knight of Wands. That is maybe a Leo that came really fast into your life, like bang, and it was passionate, and it was like your inner child really bloomed there, okay? But maybe it didn't stick around, because after we have the Ten of Swords and the Four of Swords that came out. So it's like if you had that spark of passion, of desire, of something that was so luminous, and maybe it didn't stay, so you felt completely betrayed. Like after reaching a peak, there's the crash down after here, and so you retracted yourself to try and understand that disappointment here with the Sword of Truth, through spirituality, meditating, just resting, taking care of yourself, trying to understand what happened. Why was I shown such a glimpse of light and then it just vanished? In the now here, you're in, those two came together. So you are finishing a cycle, and you are at a crossroad of what path are you going to take for the future there? Sticking to what you know, or going upon the world. You could have the feeling of leaving home and going to travel somewhere or whatever, but you're in that session here. That last experience was kind of to close up a cycle for you. What you've learned from that by meditating and understanding that crash was part of a lesson. After that, we have those three that came together. Seven of Pentacles, assessing, looking at where you invested in your life, what you have done, the situation, what you should do. You're thinking about it at your crossroad there. There you are, Queen of Pentacles, representing you. And we have the Four of Pentacles. So you're kind of, this is like, okay, you finished a cycle, you're at a crossroad of what to do, but you're holding on. You're being closed off, analyzing, like a Virgo. Analyzing your situation, who you are, what you want, your feminine side, how you want to love and take care of people and all of that. So you're kind of, right now you're kind of closed off, because you're reassessing all of that in a good Virgo manner. In the future, we have the Six of Pentacles that came out with the Knight of Pentacles. So here there's an offer being given to you. It's a slow offer. It's probably coming from a long time. Maybe you were waiting for that, but it's receiving your due in a way. You're receiving there with the Six of Pentacles. It is just, what is offer is just. And here there's the Cancer card. Maybe this comes from a Cancer, or this is you. When you receive that offer, there you're going. You're leaving with it. There was that possibility of maybe traveling there, where you're closed off and you're assessing if this should be or whatever. So maybe this offer, you're gonna take it. Maybe it needs for you to move, but it needs for you to align both of your sides and take a decision and go for it. You're gonna go for it. And after that, we have the Star. That's being aligned with our stars. It is written in the stars. It's hope. it's healing and all of that. Bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor. So masculine, maybe it's an offer from an emperor, or it's your masculine side being in control. You're finishing a cycle, so that's maybe taking control of what comes into your life. That can be very shiny, amazing, but doesn't stay. This stays and it's solid. That's the difference, and maybe that's why you're gonna go for it, because you see that it is a solid offer. I call upon the light. I call upon spirit. I call upon my guides to help me help me clarify this reading for Virgo's March. Okay. Talk to me about the Ten of Swords and the Four of Swords. What got them there? What got them there? What got the Virgos so down? Crash them. That's a breakdown. Virgos. What was the lesson in there? What got them so down? Spirit. Well, here we have our Knight of Wands again. So there's that passionate man that doesn't stick around. What got you so down? It's that passionate man. Here we have Justice. Maybe it was unfair. And there we have the assessing cards. You know, thinking about it, looking at it, how unfair it was. Unbalanced, unfair, or a karmic lesson for you to look at and reassess, that about the fast energies of the here and now, but that have no sustainable energy in them. It's a spark. Talk to me about the world. Talk to me about that lesson. So it was a karmic lesson. Talk to me about the world. Ooh. There's a whole pack there. But the first one is death, transformation. Looking at what is not feeding, unsolvable, not there anymore. There, that thing that was so shiny that disappeared. There's nothing that can be salvaged from that. There is 2 cups in the back there that you don't see, but this is the lesson here. Or maybe you could have gotten stuck, not knowing what to do with this energy. This is working and this is conflict. This is the conflict of being faced with an energy that cannot give anything. And we don't know what to do with that. We're kind of, when a deer is caught in the headlights, it's like, wow, it's amazing, wonderful, but there's nothing that can be done with that, and it needs to end. It creates an inner conflict inside of us, total inner conflict, because we did put energy and we were willing to put energy into that, and it just had no life in it, kind of dying in the egg. And so that's why the death is there, which was the first card, the most important one to explain the world. It's that transformation, how to let things die and transform. And sometimes we do live very intense, passionate moments, just so that it can transform something in us and make us understand something, go to the next level. It's growing through endings. So maybe your lesson was to take notice when something, if something puts you in a space where you're waiting, you don't know what to do with it, it's all confused, and it's dying in front of you. This is that discernment of what to do with it, and to really let it go. Here I see that you're hanging on to it a bit with the Four of Pentacles there. You're close up and still thinking about it. You're not acting about it or moving on or all of that. This is part of your lesson, letting death pass and purify. Talk to me about this little bunch here. Spirit. King of Pentacles, that can be your masculine side. With the High Priestess, listening to your intuition. Really going within and listening to your intuition of your soul is going to tell you if there's a future in something or not. So it's that capacity to see if something has a future or not, that it's not just a beautiful spark that is there for a lesson and not for the rest of your life. You're listening to your intuition. What do they want to let go of? What do they hang on to? What do they hang on to? Yeah, you hang on to that offer of love that was given to you. And here we have the King of Pentacles, King of Cups there. All of that emotional depthness that it gave to you. You felt it. You really feel it. And you're just there, not budging, not doing anything, assessing. But you need to listen to your intuition about it. Here, what is happening here? Why is the Six of Pentacles in the future for Virgo? Why is the Six of Pentacles, that balance? Strength. Balance is arriving because you're actually taking strength. You're healing. See? You've healed. Four of Swords there with that thing that you felt that like you were assessing and justice came there, letting death and transformation, mostly letting transformation because you were stuck and in conflict and not knowing what to do with it, letting it transform and listening to your intuition instead of just assessing and assessing. Listen to your intuition because of what you felt in the past there. Strength, that's good. Why is the Prince of Pentacles there? So maybe you are deciding to bring a pentacle, a solid pentacle, instead of the fly-by-night energy. Why is the Knight of Pentacles Knight of Pentacle, the Knight of Pentacle. So yes, you're deciding to make the offer. So maybe that spark of energy in the here and now and not planning for the future, maybe you were like that. Maybe either it was done to you or you were like that. But justice came, balancing the energies there. That cycle is finished. You felt like on your knees, you needed to understand, and you're assessing like a good Virgo. And you have to look at what puts you in this stagnant, still situation, and that what can no longer be. It can be your attitude that cannot longer be. What doesn't fill you anymore. You cannot drink from the Five of Cups. The cups are on the floor. This situation cannot go on like that. There's a transformation that needs to happen. End of a cycle, if you were like that. And same thing if you were living it. It's just the other side of the mirror. Whether you're living from one side or the other. You were living in by the day and having this. It's fine to have that passion and things like that, but it brought conflict into you, and now it's the end of that cycle. You're holding on to the King of Cups and Knight of Cups because that offer of what you felt during that experience, whether you were on one side or the other, and you're assessing. You have to listen to your intuition there, but you are going to get the strength that will bring balance and bring either you or someone else to bring something solid, slowly but solid. And here it is with the Cancer card here. That's being aligned. That's when we don't have any more inner conflict, that both sides of us are in a straight line direction. Our dark side, our light side, our Leo and our higher self, our ego and our higher self there, aligned to one goal. So that is why it's success. And the card after is Cancer. So they gave me those two cards together, and they're re-giving me those two cards together. So you are moving on with a solid offer. If you were the one with the passion, just in the now thing, you're finally aligning and bringing something solid. And if you were the one that happened to you, you're reassessing it and understanding that lesson. It's the same lesson. And so now something comes towards you, whether you're on that path or not. Star, Aquarius, you could be dealing with an Aquarius, but it's being finally aligned with your stars, with what you're supposed to live. Clarify the star for me, please. Spirit, clarify the star. Why is the star there? For Virgo. Could also be dealing with an Aquarius. There's the Ace of Pentacles that wanted to show his face. Emperor again. Emperor, Empress, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacle, and Valet de Bâton, Page of Wands. Making that offer, making that communication, something solid, divine union. This is beautiful. You had the Emperor there in the bottom, and comes back here in the stars. It's like a planned union, and you're going for it. You're gonna take it. You're gonna be aligned and understand it and go for it. Woo! All right, Virgo, this is your reading for the month of March. Now the last part maybe not is going to happen in March, because time is fluid, so maybe it's going to happen next month or whatever, but beautiful outcome. So right now, just let yourself be transformed and accept the lesson that is in there, to see when something, a situation is not livable anymore, and what you have to, and it's just making you stuck in a situation, to let it transform and listen to your intuition there. Get over your fears or whatever, Leo. Align yourself, and to either offer something solid or receive something solid. Namaste. Have a beautiful month.